coach. This is about the Raiders. And what has happened here is their star wide receiver he made a tactical error. He did when he did it.
Okay.
I get it. He wanted to get out of Green Bay. Mm-hmm. He wanted to move to Las Vegas. He wanted to be with his college quarterback.
Yeah.
But Davante Adams, when you do that, there's a chance that guy might not be there. Something could happen. And that's exactly what happened. So now he doesn't really have a great quarterback, all this other stuff. But Rob G, get us up to speed because we got social media drama.
Guys, we got a situation in Sin City. This all kind of started to percolate on Thursday of last week where Davante Adams unexpectedly showed up on the injury report with the hamstring issue. The reason why it was kind of murky is because prior to that, he didn't show any signs of having any kind of hamstring issue. So he ends up not playing on Sunday in their win over Cleveland. On Monday morning, Michael Fabiano, who writes for Sports Illustrated, does a lot of fantasy football work there, put out a little blurb, tongue-in-cheek mostly, saying, we may have seen the last of Davante Adams in a Raiders uniform. Sports Illustrated takes that quote, throws it up on their social media the same way we do for our stuff. And lo and behold, who's one person who likes that post? Davante Adams, last game as a Raider, then head coach Antonio Pierce. Flash forward to earlier today on Tuesday. Davante's asked about it on the Kay Adams show. He kind of tries to downplay everything. But one thing he did say is, I haven't spoken to Antonio Pierce since he liked that post, so we'll see what it is. 2 hours later,
yes,
multiple outlets reporting that Davante Adams, the all-world wide receiver for the Las Vegas Raiders, has formally requested a trade out of Sin City.
And Rob G, I know this is your team, your favorite team, the Raiders, and I know it pains you because there it is, more drama. But I'll say this. Antonio Pierce is to be blamed for all of this. Don't blame social media. Don't blame people blowing stuff out of proportion, like, oh, it's a big deal, whatever. Why would you, as a head coach, alienate your star player? There's just no reason for it. This is self-inflicted. Everybody told me, Rob G. Antonio Pierce is a player's guy. He's a former player. He bonds with the players. They all wanted him back. They told the Raiders, don't interview anybody. We got our coach. We play hard for this guy. How could a guy, knowing how hard it is to play this game and all the other stuff that goes on outside the building, why would you stir it up and have that come from inside your building from none other than the head coach? And you know this, Kelvin. If anybody else did it, a front office exec, a ball boy, somebody that they could identify, that person would be put out of the organization, right?
Right.
Because it's detrimental behavior to the organization. Why in the world would you alienate Davante Adams? Why, Kelvin?
Well, look, Kay, you remember last week, Rob G, of course, remembers, that's his squad, and we had the conversation about Antonio Pierce saying there will be some business decisions. The team is going to have to make some business decisions. And that was in regards to players. He felt like they quit on the team. He felt like they had given up. They weren't playing hard until the end.
Because they didn't want to get hurt, right?
They didn't want to get hurt. What's going on? So there'll be some business decisions. Now, he apologized for that a couple of days ago, saying that, there's been some distractions. I kind of took part in that with my comments, but thankfully we've been able to work through it and blah, 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 blah. So I think there's starting to be him, and it goes to his disposition of the tough guy, setting the tone. We talked about this last time. Him coming in, kind of being the rah-rah guy and his assistant coach, and that kind of works when you're an assistant coach. Like when I played, and again, this is just high school basketball, but my coach, shout out to Coach Swift, that was my guy. Head coach was the head coach, and he would get us all doing his thing.
So you weren't on a Division III college basketball team?
No, I wasn't.
Okay.
I should have.
All right.
I should have been. That's a story for another day. I might have to get the violins and then get to telling my stories. But you would have covered me too, Rob. Don't do me, Rob.
No,
okay?
No.
Don't.
That was an inside joke. It's
okay.
all good.
Can I tell you about Antonio Pierce?
No, go ahead, yes.
So Antonio Pierce is that assistant coach who rah-rah, who gets in your face, who kind of slams his hand on the table, motivates you, and it can get you going when it's in that position, right? Everybody has that uncle who can come at you and get you a certain way, talk to you a certain way, because he's only there for the weekend and you don't see him anywhere the rest of the week. That can wear on a team. That can wear on a star player. And that can wear on a Davante Adams, where by all accounts, he's been about business. He's been about work ethic. We've never questioned him. He's never been a bad media guy, a guy who gets in trouble. So I'd imagine that probably rubs him the wrong way, and that type of coaching, that type of motivation. I don't need that. I'm here every day. I'm on time. I stay longer. I'm the first guy in. So that kind of guy probably gets wrong the rub way, especially if he doesn't see that it's paying dividends. So now you add in social media, like and post, and now you're seeming petty and juvenile. And so that's double in the last week. That's just what we know of, where you got him going to the media, Antonio Pierce saying, we got to make some business decisions. Oh, what does that mean? What are you trying to say? What are you implying, right? Am I in those business decisions? Now you're liking posts. He's coming out looking bad in this. Even if he's trying to set a new tone for the team, he's looking bad. He's looking petty, and he's not looking like a real leader in this situation. And I know he's trying to be.
He made a fatal mistake. Seriously. And I don't know how you clean it up. I really don't. Like, this is a fatal mistake because not only have you pissed off Davante Adams, you don't think other players in that locker room go, what kind of coach is that just liked something about him not being there, the star player on the team? You don't think Davante Adams doesn't have any friends on that team?
Yeah, he got friends, got some cachet.
Am I right? He got cachet. This guy played in Green Bay, was on his way to Hall of Fame.
3-4 receiver the last 10 years, yeah.
100%. Why would you do that? Why would you put yourself out there? I don't understand why guys do this. I'm stunned.
I'll tell you why, Rob. Number one, some people are so petty they can't unpetty themselves. That's just who they are. Number two, you know what the new drug is? It ain't heroin. I know it seems like it's fentanyl, but it ain't fentanyl. It's clout. Clout is the new drug. And that's why people get on social media and say stuff where we come in here the next day and we go, why would you say that? Why would you post that? Why would you send that? Why would you click that?
Right.
Because clout is the new drug, Rob Parker. And people sit here, and for him to sit here and go, I'm going to show him like. You know what I mean? You know who you are in this position. You're the head coach of a team of the article. Rob, it wasn't like he liked an article about another player.
Right.
Let's say it was what? The Raiders are in rumors to be getting Tyreek Hill, and he liked that. Well, that would kind of make sense.
Remember, he was the one who also said Tua should retire. Well, like,
yeah, he did jump
which
out
was
on that.
out of
Yeah.
line.
Well, I mean, he was trying to do out of love.
No, but that's not your player. Like,
Yeah,
seriously, that's out of school.
That one, I think he was asked, how would you handle it? I get you not saying that, but I'm not.
But
that
it's
one
not
isn't
your
as
player.
egregious. I get that. I'm not mad. That one is not as egregious as telling your whole team we're about to have to make some business decisions when they looking like, Coach, you had us unprepared. Coach, we weren't ready for the game by you and the staff. And then you like our arguably best players post about him being traded. So, yeah, these things don't go well for him. It'll be interesting. Now that you say fatal mistake, and I say, well, who does the owner? We know who that is. Who does the GM? Who do they believe in? Because this is good. You say it's fatal, but I say if you've got the ownership, you got the general manager, and they believe in you, maybe they believe in you setting the tone, we're trying to find our identity for a team, then it's not fatal.
Yeah, and it could be fatal because the team could also buy into that he's not really with us. We thought he was with us. He's one of us. He played in the league. Why would a player – you just talked about it the other day. What was it, quarterback on quarterback crime?
Yeah.
Now this is player on play. He's not a coach, a guy who never played, never strapped it up. He played out there. He knows what it's about and how tough it is. And that's the part that I'm saying. You could lose your locker room by doing a move like that. Forget about what the owners of them, because they all like you. They stop playing for you. You got a problem. That's why I'm saying it could be fatal.
I agree with you. And I got another thought I'll give you in just when we. Antonio Pierce pissed you off.
He did. and Davante Adams, 877-99 on Fox. Let's kick it off with Marty in Kentucky. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Marty? Marty.
Hey.
I lost y'all for a second.
No, you thought you were on the phone with one of your ladies. She said, hey.
I skipped back over. Anyway, I think my cheek hit it. But my cheek put you.
We don't want to hear about no cheeks, Marty. What you got?
Rob's always interested in cheeks.
You know,
Hold it up.
there you go.
I said not his cheeks.
Not his cheeks. No.
Not mine, no.
Little Marty, not mine.
Rob, you know what I think about Davante Adams? We talked about him on the last call that I made when Chris was still on the show.
Yes.
He is no diva. And I think Antonio, I forgot his last name.
Pierce.
Antonio Pierce needs to watch a little film of my guy in Pittsburgh and see how that man handles himself and controls his emotions and acts like a grown man. He's had plenty of guys that were divas, and he's never just flew off on his emotions and made bad decisions. He's always handled it really well. To like that on social media that's very childish.
It is. It's a kiss of death. Are you kidding? Thanks, Marty, for the call. Appreciate it. It's ridiculous. It really is.
He thought he had a Finsta account. He thought he had a fake Insta account. He was liking it through that, but he forgot he was checked in as Antonio Pierce, head coach of said player that might be demanding a trade.
And for the world to see that it was him. Rich in Texas, you're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Rich?
Hey, guys. How you doing? Thanks for taking my call.
What's up,
sir.
Rich?
Hey, I agree that it was kind of a rookie coaching move by Antonio Pierce. You know, he's got to be above reproach when it comes to social media. He can't be doing that kind of stuff. But in his defense, if you go back to Hard Knocks, when the Raiders were on there, Davante Adams, he was kind of trashing Jimmy G for putting him in a bad spot. I don't think his quarterback situation has improved all that much, and he may have just been looking for one little thing to kind of demand a trade. So.
Yeah, I hear that, Rich. The quarterback situation isn't great. Gardner Minshew sounds like a furniture store. I get all that.
You spent too much time in Detroit. Gardner White furniture. I
know
know exactly what you're talking about. Gardner White.
But the coach can't do that. I get you could be frustrated with the quarterback. The coach can't do that. And that's what the issue is.
It's to the point of
thanks for the call.
Everybody sees it. Thank you for the call. That's the thing. Like, okay, if I have an issue, you know, are you going to not come talk to me? And again, you have to remember this is coupled with the whole making business decisions. So it's kind of back-to-back weeks of making these coaching blunders where your team's like, all right, cool, hey, what? All right, because you just apologized for the standing on business. Now, the only thing standing on business decision, I'll say this. If he kept the like up, like if he liked it and didn't change it, like, yeah, I like this, so what? I do respect the gangster because usually people, I didn't mean it. I double-tapped on accident. I was just reading an article. If he kept it up there, he's standing on business. I will give him that.
Stanley in Maryland, you're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Stanley?
Mr. Rob, Mr. Kelvin, how your brothers doing today?
We're good. How are you?
Good. Appreciate it. Good. I want to say this. I want to be kind and rewind like Blockbuster. First of all, I'm going to say Antonio Pierce is all the way wrong, and I'm going to be kind now and say if you be kind and rewind like Blockbuster, like I'm a lifelong New York Football Giants fan. Now, when Plaxico went to the club, shot himself in the foot, Antonio Pierce was with him. Antonio Pierce do a lot of chihuahua, I call it chihuahua, just barking behind the screen door about being for the players.
Right.
But you didn't have Plaxico's back all the way because you then went outside the club and went and talked trash on him for going and doing that. So it was all his fault. He don't know how to keep his tongue in his mouth.
Oh, he took it back to Plaxico shooting the club up and shooting up and going, what's my man from 8 Mile that shot his own leg? Cheddar Bob. That boy Plaxico Bob out here in these streets. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I didn't necessarily recall all that, but to the point of definitely I get his point of always seems to be in the middle of some stuff. But that's your coach, Rob G.